the movement from high plank to low plank. From plank pose, press forward on your tiptoes and shift your shoulders beyond your wrist. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your shoulder blades in towards your spine and down your back, and lift your sternum skyward to open your chest and maximize your breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips and back to down dog. The movement is initiated from your core, your center. Either transition to the soles or both feet simultaneously or one foot at a time. Ground down through your toe, moons, and heels. Tented fingers. Stay with your breath and bring your attention to your hands. Press down through your fingertips and lift through the center of your palms. Activate your arm muscles by squeezing from skin to muscle to bone and lift your armpits toward the sky. Extended tabletop. Tuck your toes to create more stability and hug your outer shins in. Lift and engage your core. Reach your right arm forward at shoulder height with your thumb up. Open your fingers. Extend your left heel to the back wall at hip level and flex your foot. Hold for 5 to 10 breaths or add more strength building elements. Awkward airplane. Re-engage through your lower abdomen and extend your right arm toward the wall on the right. Extend straight out from your shoulder with your palm facing the floor. Firm your left leg and kick your heel to the left at hip level, your toes facing the front of your mat. Lift your butt and your back body. Tabletop crunches. This variation of tabletop incorporates the action of cat and cow, emphasizes breath, and builds core strength and balance. As you move with breath, notice what your body calls for. Feel free to add any movements like moving your hips side to side that feel good to you and honor your unique needs. Recline bound angle. Lie on your back, bring the soles or your feet together, and spread your knees wide. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels to elongate and relax your lower back. Extend your arms out to your sides with your palms facing up, or bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes and tune into your breath. Twist with eagle legs. On your back, ride your right leg over your left thigh and create eagle legs. Twist both legs to the left. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder and extend your right arm straight out from your shoulder. Place your left hand to the top of your right leg to help deepen your twist. Easy pose. Sit on the floor, a block, or on a blanket so that your hips are higher than your knees. Cross your shins, widen your knees apart, and slide each foot under the opposite knee. Let there be a comfortable gap between your feet and pelvis. Anchor down through your hips and sit and get heavy through your lower body. Easy seated twist. Grab your right knee with your left hand. Place your right fingertips behind your sacrum. Turn your chin so you look over your back shoulder. With each inhale, sit taller and stretch your spine. With Each exhale, pull your belly back and twist from your core. On all fours, thread your right arm under your left armpit and rest your right cheek on the mat. Walk your left hand slightly forward. Plant your fingers and hug your top shoulders blade toward your spine. Hold, then unwind to return through tabletop pose and repeat on the other side. Knees to chest. Lie on your back and squeeze both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins or hold your legs behind your knees. Hug into a small ball. Flex your feet and awaken your toes. Rock and rolls. Lying on your back, squeeze both knees into your chest. Flex your feet and awaken your toes. Hold your legs either behind your knees or on the fronts of your shins. Using your core strength, rock back and forth from your shoulders to your toes. Supported hero pose. Kneel on the floor with your shins parallel, the tops of your feet on the ground, your toes facing the back of your mat and your heels by your hips. Sit on a block, cushions, or folded blanket between your heels to elevate your hips higher than your knees. Ensure that both seat bones are supported and your pelvis is neutral. Mountain pose. Stand with your feet together at the top of your mat, with your big toes touching and your heels slightly separated. Upward salute. Upward salute is a variation of mountain pose with the arms extended skyward. Dig deep roots through your feet and reach to the sky through your fingertips. Upward salute is one of the poses within traditional sun salutation A. Mountain pose with side bend. This is a great variation to add sun salutation A to create more length and opening through the side of your body and prepare you for deeper poses later in your sequence. Open arm twist. This standing twist is a variation of mountain pose. Adding this open arm twist to your sun salutation will ignite your core and create opening across your chest that you can use to build into more advanced poses later in your practice. Downward facing dog. Plant your hands shoulder distance apart or wider at the top of your mat. Spread your fingers and root down through your knuckles, especially your index finger knuckles. Lift your hips and straighten your legs to create an inverted V shape. Separate your feet to hip width apart and align your feet 12 o'clock. Ground down through all four corners of your feet and press your heels towards mat. Pull your thigh bones back. Down dog splits. From downward facing dog on your inhale, lift your right leg high. Lift from your inner right thigh. Keep both hip bones squared to the earth and ensure all 5 toes face the ground. Move from core strength rather than from the periphery. Lengthen from your right wrist through your right heel. Halfway lift. Bend your knees as much as you need to maintain a flat back. If your back or shoulders starts to round, bend your knees more. Standing forward fold. Bending your knees helps lengthen the lower back and get deeper into our muscles of the legs. For more balance and support, you can place your fingertips on blocks by your feet. High plank. From downward facing dog, shift forward and stack your shoulders over your wrist and extend your heels to the back of your mat in a high push-up pose. Lengthen your crown forward and reach your heels back. Plank curl or knee to nose. In plank pose, on an exhale, lift your right foot and curl your right knee in toward your nose. Keep your shoulders stacked over your wrist and arc your upper back. Pull your heel up, lift your lower abdomen, and squeeze into your center. 3-point plank. From plank pose, lift one foot off the earth. With your heel in line with your hip, press your heel toward the wall behind you. Flex your foot and pull your toes toward your chest. Plank with ankles crossed. Lift one leg to hip level and flex your lifted foot. Cross your lifted ankle over your bottom ankle. Engage your legs together. This connection and hugging energy generates power. Press your heels back, lengthen your crown forward, and lift your lower abdomen. Low plank. In plank, press into the first two knuckles of each hand with your palms flat. Look forward past the top of your mat and press to your toes. With your exhale, lower halfway down, hovering your shoulders at elbow height. Your elbows should form a 90-degree angle. Pull your arm bones on your back and open across your chest. Upward facing dog. Start by lying down on your front body. Press your palms into the mat and slide your thumbs back by your lower ribs so that your elbows stack over your wrist. Place your feet hip-width apart and press down into the tops of your feet. Within the vinyasa, you'll move from low plank to upward facing dog. Root down through the triads of your hands. Straighten your arms to press the earth and form a stalk on your shoulder over your wrist. Low cobra. From high plank, lower your whole front body down to the mat. Untuck your toes and press down through the tops of your feet and shoe nails and firm your leg muscle. Slide your palms back so that your thumbs are in line with your lower ribs. Chair pose. From a standing forward fold, bring your feet together with your big toes touching at the center of your mat. Bend your knees deeply as if you were sitting in a chair. Stay grounded through all four corners of your feet. On an inhale, lift your chest and arms towards the sky. Separate your hands at shoulder width apart and slightly rotate your pinky fingers in toward each other to broaden your upper back. Relax your shoulder down. Warrior 1. From downward facing dog, at the base of your exhale, use your core strength to step your right foot to your right thumb. Dial your left heel down to the mat and seal the outer edge of your foot to the ground. Hug your heels toward one another to ignite your legs. Inhale and lift your chest and your arms overhead. Keep a deep bend in your front knee and stack your knee over your front ankle. From your hips, ground down through your feet. Warrior 2. From downward facing dog, step your right foot forward to the top of the mat and ground your back heel to the earth. Press the outer edge of your back foot into the mat and lift your arc and bend your front knee at a 90-degree angle. Draw your heels toward one another to ignite your inner thighs. With your inhale, lift up and turn open to the left side of your mat. Spread your arms wide and stack your wrists over your ankles. Reverse warrior. With your right foot forward, flip your front palm, reach your right arm to the sky, and slide your left arm down your back leg. Stay low and rooted through your warrior 2 legs with your front knee bent at 90 degrees. Lift your chest away from your pelvis and lengthen through both side ribs. Your gaze can be up to your top hand, down at your back foot, or neutral, whatever feels best for you. Reverse warrior is a great transitional pose within a flow or a strengthening pose when held for 5 or more breaths. Extended side angle. Align your heels in your wide warrior 2 stance. Press the outer edge of your back foot down and lift your arc. Keep your front knee bent with your front femur parallel with the mat. Put your front heel to the back of your mat to ignite your inner thighs. Either place your lower forearm to your thigh or place your lower hand to the outside of your front foot and press into your fingertips. Sweep your top arm overhead and lengthen the side of your body from your back heel to your fingertips. Extended side angle with a bind. A bind will help to deepen the pose and open more across the chest and shoulders. Wrap your top arm behind your back and your front arm under your front leg. Interlock your fingers, draw your shoulder blades together, and lift and lengthen your chest forward for a half bind. Wrap your top arm behind your back and reach your inner thigh off your front leg. Triangle. Take a wide warrior stance on your mat. Turn your front foot to 12 o'clock. Align your heels and seal the outer edges of both feet to the ground. Straighten both legs while keeping a light bend at your front knee. From your hips to your heels, root down to create a solid foundation to the earth. Lift the energy up your legs, hug your muscles to the bones, and draw your energy into your core. Extended arm triangle. To strengthen your abs even more, keep your torso at ease. Lift your bottom hand and reach toward the front wall with your biceps by your ear. For more challenge, reach both arms overhead to fire up and tone your core. Hold for 5 balanced breaths or more. Bring both hands back to your hips, root into your feet, and lift using your core strength to stand up and switch sides. Reverse triangle. With both legs straight, flip your front palm and reach your right arm to the sky and your left arm down your back leg. Press down through your feet and lift your chest and top hand high as you lengthen through both side ribs. Humble warrior. From warrior 1 on your right side, interlace your fingers at your lower back and create a bind. Bend your elbows deeply and hug your shoulder blades together. With your collarbones broad, straighten your arms. Lift your chest and gaze up your inhale. On your exhale, bow your chest and head to the floor and hug your right shoulder to the inside of your knees. Set your gaze to your back ankle and let your head hang heavy. Crescent lunge. With a long stance on your mat, ground down into all 4 corners of your front foot and stock your back heel over the ball of your back foot. Do not press your back heel toward the back of the mat. This creates a lack of integration within your body and result in loose or overall power. Bend your front knee to 90 degrees and line your front knee over your ankle. Straighten your back leg and firm your muscles to the bones. Low crescent lunge. Place your back knee down to your mat. Working with your back knee down can help build strength and stability with your legs. Build core strength and integrate your whole body. If you need more stability, tuck the back toes. You can place both hands on the ground for low lunge. Low lunge with quad stretch. Come into a low lunge with your right foot forward. Stack both hands on top of your right thigh. Hug your legs toward your certain line, engage low belly, and shift your hips more forward. Bend your back knee and reach back with your left hand to catch your back foot. You can use a strap or towel as a connector. Continue to root down through your front foot and pull your lower abdomen in and up. Lift your sternum, widen across your collarbones, and hug your arm back box. Low crescent lunge with a bind. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Bend your elbows deeply to access your upper back and hug your shoulder blades in towards your center line. As you inhale, straighten your arms, stretch your hands toward the ground, and lift your heart and your gaze high. Lightning lunge. In your lunge, align your chest at a 45-degree angle and squeeze your shoulder blades. Either sweep your arms back along your sides with your palms facing the earth and your fingers spread wide, or extend your arms up with your biceps by your ears. Create one long line of energy from your back heel through the crown of your head. Hug your outer shins in toward your center and pull your lower abdomen up and in. Your back and knee can be up, down. Lighting lunge can be added into a flow on an inhale or exhale depending on your sequence. Fire lunge. From a full crescent lunge, set your left knee to the mat. Untuck your back toes and press the top of your left foot down into the ground. Build your strong foundation. Plug into your mat through all four corners of your right foot and pull your heel toward the back of your mat. Activate your legs. Squeeze your inner thighs and pull into your center line. Lift your arms and your chest high. On your inhale, lift your left knee up off the earth. Set your drishti and generate your full ohaye breath. Star pose. Step your feet wide apart, facing the long edge of your mat, and spread your arms up and out to the sides. Align your ankles under your wrists. Press down into your feet and pull up through your legs and core. On your inhale, reach out through the fingertips, lift through the crown of your head, and expand your body out in all directions like a 5-pointed stars. Wide leg forward fold. Take a wide stance facing the long edge of your mat with your feet about 4 to 5 feet apart. Turn all 10 toes to face the wide edge of the mat. Align your feet parallel and straighten your legs with a slight bend in both knees. Cut your hips with your hands. Hug your arms bones back, and on your inhale, stand tall and lift your chest. Pyramid pose. From your warrior 2 or triangle leg, step your back foot up toward the top of your mat a third of the way to shorten your stance. Straighten both legs while keeping a slight bend in both knees. Bring your hands to your hips and steer both hips point forward to face the front of your mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. On your inhale, lift your chest high and slightly arc your back. On your exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward over your front leg and drape your belly button over the front thigh. Release your hands to the ground. Relax your neck and set your gaze to your back foot. Keep your eyes open as you breathe deeply. Goddess. Come into a wide stance with your feet about one leg's distance. Turn your legs and toes out about 45 degrees. Bend your knees deeply to create a 90-degree angle and press your knees toward your pinky toes. Pull your lower abdomen in and lengthen your tailbone down. Stack your shoulders over your pelvis as you reach the crown of your head toward the sky. Unite your palms together at your heart. Goddess with eagle arms. Work arm variation into a longer holds. Try eagle arms for shoulder opening. Goddess twist. Press your palms into your thighs and dip one shoulder to center. Repeat on the other side. Hold for 5 to 10 breaths or add simple movements with breath. toe post. With your feet hip width apart and parallel, ground down through all four corners of your feet. Hinge out your hips to fold your torso over your thighs and release the crown of your head toward the ground. Connect your index and middle fingers together and slide them in between your big toes and second toes. Grab hold of your big toes on the inhale. Lift halfway and extend through your crown, lengthening your spine. On the exhale, hinge off your hips and fold forward. Use your arm strength to help your fold deeper by pulling your elbows out to opposite sides. Bend your knees as needed to lengthen your lower back as you rotate your inner thighs back. Tilt your hips toward the sky and stack them over the tops of your heels. Gorilla. In a standing forward fold, slide your palms under your feet with your toes facing the heel of your hands and your toes up to the creases in your wrist. On an inhale, come into a halfway lift. Stack your hips over your heels. Let your head and neck hang. Soften the muscles of your face. With your exhale, fold back down into the standing forward fold. Fire toes pose. Come into a kneeling position on your heels. Tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. Hug your inner ankles together. Squeeze your legs toward your center line and lift your hands to prayer. Slide your tailbone down. Lift your lower abdomen and breathe as you feel the transformative fire in your feet. Hold for 5 deep breaths or more. To come out on the pose, bring your palms to the ground. Untuck your toes and flap out your feet on your mat. Yogi squat. Separate your feet wide enough so that both heels are on the ground as you come into a squat. This may mean lifting your hips high, and that's okay. Adopt the squat for your body. Press down into all four corners of your feet to create a solid foundation. Bring your hands to your heart center and press your triceps into your legs and your legs back into your arms. Use this connection to stabilize and lengthen your tailbone down. Lift your lower abdomen up and in and reach your chest high to meet your prayer hands. Bear pose. From yoga squat, press down into the floor and lift your hips in line with your knees. Squeeze your heels in toward the center of your mat. Interlace your fingers. Extend your arms long. Squeeze your triceps into your ears and press your palms away from your hips. Align your chest with the ground and create a line from your hips through your palms. Gather your power into your core. Lift your belly and expand your breath into your side ribs and back body. Eagle. Standing in Tadasana, set your drishti to a point that doesn't move before you begin. Setting your physical gaze gives you a physical anchor for this balancing pose. Bend both knees and shift your weight onto your left foot. Lift your right leg and wrap your right thigh around your standing leg. Either side your right foot around your left calf or touch your toes down to the outside of your standing leg. Repeat on the other side. Eagle with arm variations. To modify, hold opposite shoulders or press your forearms together. Nested Eagle. Crunch your elbows down to touch your knees. Hug everything in and pull your lower belly back. Shift your gaze down to the floor. This can be used as the transitional pose in a flow on an exhale. Standing leg raise. Stand at the top of your mat, your hands on your hips. Root down through your left foot. Lift your right knee up to hip level and flex your foot. Either hold your right knee with your right hand or your right big toe with your right finger and extend your foot forward. Stabilize your center by pulling your belly button in and up. Draw your upper arms bones onto your back and broaden across your chest. Set your gaze straight ahead at the horizon. Standing side leg raise. Rotate your right leg out to the right side. Keep your heel away from your body as you flex your foot and firm your leg muscles. Either keep your left hand on your hip for more stability or extend your left arm. Lift through your crown as you expand out in all directions. Standing leg raise twist. Start in standing leg raise and face forward. Switch the grip of your hands and hold your lifted knee of foot with your opposite hand. Please extend the arm of your lifted leg and reach to the wall behind you. Tree pose. Standing at the top of your mat, ground down through all four corners of your right foot and lift your left foot to the inner thigh of your standing leg. As you root down, lift through the crown of your head. Stabilize your center by pulling your belly button up and in and slide your tailbone down. Unite your palms to prayer position at heart center and bring your intention back to the forefront of your mind. Draw your upper arm bones back and broaden across your chest. Repeat on the other side. To modify, you can bring your lifted foot to your calf or even rest your toes on the ground and your heel against your standing ankle. Your arms are the branches of your tree. Create a shape that feels good and emphasizes the focus of your practice. You can extend your arms overhead. Create a shoulder opening bind at your back. Interlace your fingers and press your palms to the sky or move organically. Dancer. Anchor your down into all four corners of your right standing foot. Ignite and lift your quadriceps. Bend your left knee and catch the arc of your left foot with your left hand. Keep your thumb facing up to ensure that your shoulder stays open. Extend your right arm to the sky. Tilt your tailbone down toward the ground and engage your core to stabilize at your center. Dancer with flex foot. Flex your lifted foot and align your toes at 12 o'clock, just like you would when standing on the ground, with press through all four corners of your lifted foot. Stretch out through your toes and power your shin to the wall behind you. Balancing half moon. Come into a standing forward fold to set up. Plant your right hand about 12 inches or more in front of your standing foot, in line with your pinky toe, and lift onto your fingertips. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Sugarcane pose. This variation of balancing half moon adds a front body stretch and a deep back bend. Bend your top knee and hold your foot or ankle with your top hand. Affirm the foundation of your standing foot and activate your core. Kick your foot into your tap hand to create a bow and expand into new possibilities with your bind. Revolve half moon. This variation requires you to stay grounded and balanced while adding in a deep, spacious twist. Release your tap hand to the mat and square both hips to the ground and keep your back leg lifted. Airplane pose. Sweep your arms along your side, with your palms facing down and open your arms like wings. Lift your shoulder blades back and create the action of upward dog through your chest. Lead with your heart. Chair twist. Bring your feet together in the center of your mat and sit deeply into chair pose. Touch your big toes together. Ground down through all four corners of your feet and shift your weight back onto your heels. Lengthen your tailbone and lock your low belly. Unite your hands to heart center. Open arm chair twist. Reach your left arm forward and right arm back. Extend your hands away from one another as you open across your chest. Open arm twists are a great variation for pregnant women because these twists avoid crossing the center line. Crescent twist. In crescent lunge, connect your hands at heart center. Inhale and lift your chest to meet your hands and lengthen your spine. On your exhale, twist. Hook your right arm over your left thigh. Press your arm into your leg to lift your torso off your thigh and lengthen your chest forward. Work your thumbs towards the center of your chest or spread your arms wide. Look up over your top shoulder. Ride your breath to lengthen on your inhale and twist as you exhale. Repeat on the other side. To lessen the intensity of the pose, set your back knee down to the mat. To create more challenge and stability, seal your back heel to the mat and work your twist with Warrior 1 legs. Open arm crescent twist. Reach your left arm forward and your right arm to the back of your mat. Stretch your arms away from each other and open across your chest. Maintain a long spine with your shoulders stacked over your hips. Lengthen the sides of your torso with each inhale and twist more with each exhale. Reverse open arm crescent twist. From open arm twist, on an inhale, turn your left palm up and extend your left arm up to the sky. Slide your right hand down the back of your left leg. Look down at your back hand, over your right shoulder, or up to your top hand. Repeat on the other side. Dragonfly twist. Plant your left hand to the mat under your left shoulder. Open your chest and reach your right arm to the sky. To modify, lower your back knee to the ground. This open arm twist is also a great variation during pregnancy. Seated twist. Sit on the ground and extend both legs forward. Bend your right knee and step your right foot over your left leg to the outside of your left thigh. Keep your right knee pointing to the ceiling. Slide your left foot to the outside of your right hip. Tent your right fingers behind your sacrum. With your inhale, reach your left arm high. With your exhale, hook your elbow over your right thigh. Hold and breathe deeply as you unwind. Repeat on the other side. Twisting triangle. From your triangle base, stand up. Rotate both hips forward to the front of your mat and step your back foot in a third of the way to shorten your stance. With your right foot forward, bring your right hand to your right hip and reach your left arm high. Root down into your feet and squeeze your inner thighs towards your center line. With your exhale, continue to lengthen through your left side as you hinge at your hips. Fold forward and set your left hand to the mat or a block. Wide down dog twist. From downward facing dog, step your feet wide off the outer edges of your mat. Walk your hands halfway back to your feet and connect your thumbs at the center of your mat. Root down through your right palm. With your inhale, reach your left arm high and open your chest to the left side of the room. On your exhale, wrap your left arm under your right armpit and hold your right ankle. Pull your belly up in on each exhale to empower your twist switch sides. Full boat with straight legs. To intensify this pose, extend your heels high and reach your arms forward. Activate your feet and fan your toes open. Supported both. Place your hands behind your knees. Bend your knees and lift your shins parallel to the ground or touch your toes to the mat. Engage your lower abdomen and lift your chest up and open. Low boat. Lower down until your legs and upper back hover above the floor in a line. Extend your arms forward and keep your back broad. Scissor crunches. Lie on your back, extend both heels to the sky, and flex both feet. Ignite your legs and hug your muscles to the bones. Extend both arms to the sky and unite your palms like an arrow. Lower your right leg to hover 6 to 12 inches off the ground. On your exhale, lift your chest and reach your arms to the outside of your left knee. With your exhale, hug your lower abdomen toward the earth. Lift your chest and shoulders. Pulse up and lower on your inhales. Complete 10 or more, then transition to the other side. Scissor kicks. Lie on your back, extend both heels to the sky, and flex both feet. Ignite your legs and hug your muscles to the bones. Lengthen your arms along the side of your body and press your palms flat on the floor. Lower your left leg so your heel hovers 6 inches off the earth. Fully extend on your exhales and transitions to the other side on your inhales to move with one breath per movement. Plank waves. From downward facing dog, on your inhale, extend forward into high plank. On your exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Continue to move with one breath per movement to create the wave-like motions of expanding forward to plank as you breathe in and pulling back to down dog as you breathe out. Initiate the movements of this rhythmic flow from your core. Bicycles. Lie on your back and create a 90-degree angle with your legs. Flex your feet. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows and keep your chest broad. Before you lift your chest, activate your core and pull the abdominal muscles in. Extend your right leg out long and keep your left knee bent. With your exhale, lift your right elbow to your left knee. Pedal your legs and use your exhales to cross your opposite elbow to meet the opposite knee. Transition to your other side on your inhales. One leg goes in as the other leg goes out. Crow crunches. Lie down on your back and stretch out long. Lift your heels 6 inches off the ground and reach your arms overhead. Engage your center, pull your belly button to your spine and firm your legs. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, round up, curl into a tight ball and come into a crow on your back. Hug your knees against the back of your arms. Close your armpits and hollow out your midsection. Press the arcs of your feet together and awaken your toes to ignite the power line up to your core. So yoga is good for more than just burning calories and toning muscles. It's a full body workout that incorporates strengthening and stretching poses, as well as deep breathing and meditation or relaxation. So while performing the yoga, the upper trapezoid muscle revealed high activation patterns for chair, downward facing dog, and warrior in the upper body. As one might imagine, the biceps brachii were most active during chair position as well as in high and low plank and upward facing dog. Chaturanga was the most commonly used tricep brachii muscle, but it was also used in chair, warrior, plank, and upward facing dog. Lower body muscles also responded in a predictable way. When compared to forward fold, the rectus femoris values were highest during chair pose, downward dog, high plank, and warrior, and rose during up, dog, and warrior position when compared to halfway lift. In comparison to the forward fold, the biceps femoris revealed stronger patterns of activation during chair, high and low plank, upward dog, and warrior position. Lastly, the tibialis anterior was most engaged during chair, downward dog, high and low plank, and warrior compared to the more passive mountain and forward fold poses.